Hello, Ebenezer second grader. So glad you're back today. Hope you had a great day. And let's go ahead and get started. We've been studying in science about the animal classifications. Last week, Miss Hodge worked with you and taught you about mammals. She taught you about reptiles, amphibians, and on Monday we talked about birds. So today we're going to do another group or classification of animals. And today we're going to talk about something that I know many of you like to read and learn about. We're going to learn about fish. Fish, very good. We're going to learn about fish. We're going to learn some facts about fish. We'll probably have some opinions about fish. And we're also going to work on another page in our animal classification book. So let's go ahead and get started. We've been reading a series of books by Catherine Seal, and they're all about different animal classifications. And today we're going to have the next one, and this one is called About Fish. Remember, you can go on Epic and you can see this very book and the other books that we have read to help you learn about the different animal classifications. About fish. Let's see if we can learn anything new about fish. Okay. Fish live in the water. All fish live in the water. This is called a brown trout. They may be found in some nearly freezing water. Maybe in the Arctic, this fish might be living in the freezing water. It's called an Arctic char. An Arctic char. Or in a warm tropical water. Now, those are the pretty fish, the ones that live in the warm tropical. Their colors are bright. This is called a queen angelfish. Fins help fish swim. Look at all the beautiful colors on this fish. It has fins. This has several different fins on this fish. This is called a rainbow darter. They can breathe underwater because they have gills. This is called a bluegill fish. Fish protect themselves in many ways. Look at this fish. I think this is the same fish, but it's protecting itself, and it puffed it up and made it look like a porcupine. And this is called a porcupine fish. Most have tough skin that's covered by scales. This is called a long-nose gar. I can see why it's called a long-nose gar. Fish may be colored to look like their surroundings. We call this kind of being camouflaged. It's the changes colors to the surroundings that it's in. That's another way it protects itself. This is called a Pacific halibut. Or marked in other ways that fool their enemies. That kind of blends in, I guess. This is called a four-eye butterfly fish. Four-eye butterfly fish. I guess it's so you won't know which way the fish is going. I only see two eyes, but Many fish live together in groups called schools. Remember, a school is a collective noun that names a group of fish. And these are called look down fish. Looks like they're looking down, I guess. Some baby fish are born alive, while others hatch from their eggs that are laid by their mother. The seahorse is one, and the other one is a three-spine stickleback. Three-spine stickleback. Most fish eat meat, like this largemouth bass. Looks like that other little fish down there might be getting ready to be eaten. Fish keep growing as long as they live. This is the great white shark. As long as it's living, it's growing. It's important to protect fish and the places where they live, their habitat. This is called a yellowfin tuna. And then at the end of the book, it tells you a little bit about each one of the fish. I don't have time to, on this video, to tell you about all of them, but you can go on ReadWorks, find the Catherine Seal book series about a guide for children about all the different animals, okay? So, when you're working on your animal classification booklet, we have done amphibians, reptiles. Yesterday we did birds and mammals. And today we're going to work on the next page, and it is all about fish. The first part says, write 3 facts about fish. Write 3 things that you know about fish that are true. Remember, a fact is something that's true. You're also going to be able to write 1 opinion about fish, but you need to write at least 3 facts about fish. You're going to draw and label 3 of your favorite fish. It might be a fish that's in the book or one of the other books that you've read about fish. And you're going to draw and label 3 habitats where fish can live. And remember, a habitat is where we live and work and play. So find 3 different habitats that where fish can live. And you will draw a picture and label those habitats. But right now we're going to look at some facts that we read about. And I made a little chart about them. And I'm sure when you're working, you'll probably write some things down about this too. Remember when we were practicing in our writing, we talked about when we're collecting information, we'll make bullets. And the little bullets, it's not a complete sentence, but it just tells a part of a sentence that tells about the topic. Our topic is fish. And these are the things that we have learned about fish in the book from Catherine Seal, plus also on the PowerPoint that we're sending you, there's some more information. You can use the books from ReadWorks or any books you have about fish or the PowerPoints that we're sending as well. We learned that all fish live in the water. That's all fish live in the water. They're cold-blooded. That means they change with the water temperature. There's some fish that live in the cold, cold, dark water down in the bottom of the ocean floor. And then there's some other fish that live in the tropical water where it's a little bit warmer. So they're different kinds, but they're cold-blooded because they change with the water temperature. Fish have fins to swim. All fish have fins to swim, just like all people have arms and legs. All fish have fins to swim. All fish are vertebrates, which means we know vertebrates mean that they have a backbone. So all fish are vertebrates. All fish breathe underwater with their gills. We have lungs that help us breathe, and our lungs won't let us breathe underwater, but because fish have gills, they can breathe underwater. Some fish hatch from eggs, but some fish are born alive. I think it's the great white shark that's born alive, but most fish are born from they hatch from eggs, but there are some that are born alive. Some fish have scales, but some have smooth, tough skin. Actually, all of them have that smooth, tough skin, but some of them are covered with scales, but some are not. Most fish are slimy. If you go to pick them up, if you're fishing and you try to get it off the hook, it's slippery and slimy. Most fish eat meat, but some fish eat plants. Most fish live in schools. And remember, we talked about school was a collective noun. Schools is a group, it names a group of fish that live together in a school. And fish take care of themselves after birth. After they're born, the little fish has to take care of himself because the mom and the dad go somewhere else, so they have to learn how to take care of themselves. And we also learned that fish keep growing as long as they live. So the longer they live, the bigger they'll be. So I hope you've enjoyed learning about fish, and you can find more information on our PowerPoint that we're sending. Plus, also, you can go on ReadWorks. There is just so many books about all different animals, but especially there are books about fish. So be sure to check those out. Hope you have a great day, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.